After winning the Democratic primary, Libby Mitchell is poised to become the next governor of Maine. Libby's story begins in Gaffney, South Carolina, where life revolved around church, family, and high school football.
My mom ran the grocery store except on the weekends. My dad came into the store on the weekends. And of course, when my dad was in town, everybody worked. I did not like housework, but I love working in the store. So I got to put the food items on the shelves, I got to sweep, and occasionally, if I was really, really good, I got to use the cash register, which was something I really enjoyed because there were people there. I loved that part of growing up. It was a small grocery store, and my father had a little notebook. And if you came in, you would say, "Mr. Harrell, I need milk, bread, whatever," and he'd write that down, whatever your name was, and it would be on there. And you would have a book with your name on it. And when you could pay it off, you would come and pay it off. And when that store closed, there was a whole cigar box or whatever full of little books that nobody ever paid. Obviously, he was trying to run a business and make a profit, but he never left anybody hungry, would never do that. He really taught by example. He didn't give lectures on making sure that you took care of everybody, but he practiced what he believed.
Libby's dream was to be a teacher in Gaffney like her big sister, but life had other plans.
We came to Maine for 18 months in 1971, and there was about 2.5 feet of snow on the ground. Neither of us ever seen anything like that.
We had 2 young children in the car, and we couldn't even get to Augusta, Maine. The snow was so severe, we ended up in a motel along the way, and we thought that was wonderful. 18
months turned into 40 years, and I don't regret a minute of it.
I didn't have the good fortune of being born in the state of Maine, but I came just as quickly as I could. And I also must have given that love of Maine to my children.
They raised their 4 children in the old farmhouse in Vassalboro, where Jim and Libby still live. Their daughter Emily's horse farm is right down the street.
She was Speaker of the House when I was in my junior and senior year of high school. And my dad is a lawyer and a judge, and they've always been very focused on their careers and very good at them. They never missed a field hockey game, whether it was at home or away. They never missed a horse show when I was in college. They drove to Princeton, New Jersey for weekends to come to horse shows.
She's the most genuine person you're ever going to meet in politics. She really believes in trying to make this state a better place for everyone to raise their families. It's very straightforward, and as soon as they met, they realized, wow, this is somebody who really believes what they're saying, who really genuinely cares about me and cares about Maine.
For Libby, having all 4 of her children living and working in Maine is something to celebrate.
And as I talk to other families, that's what they want for their kids too. Not that they have to stay here, but they have the option. And the only way they can get that option is if they have jobs.
I think she definitely has a vision for moving ahead in the economy. The capital seed tax credits are just one of those, but also I believe that she's going to build on incentives that are out there, such as Pine Tree Zone, and that she will be innovative and will improve on those programs to help small business and create jobs.
We want quality jobs, and Maine is on the cutting edge of going into a new era.
You know, Libby has been there for the state of Maine and been forward-thinking for the state of Maine for her entire legislative career. Things like the bottle bill, her support for Head Start and early childhood education, for school breakfast programs. Before everybody was talking about health and wellness and prevention, Libby was talking about health and wellness and prevention. She will never stop being forward-thinking. She will always be that way, and she's not afraid to show leadership on issues that may not seem popular, but are absolutely essential for Maine's future.
Every day when I had a chance in Augusta, I would fight for change to make things better for the people I represent.
My son was getting extremely sick. I knew he was being treated differently because of no health insurance. I was desperate. I called Libby, she's my senator, and I would say within a few days, she had some leads for us. We were able to get insurance for him, and the treatment has totally changed and probably saved his life.
We just got a track record with Libby. You know, she's been there for us. She's available to us when we need to talk to her. She listens to us. She understands what we're doing.
With Libby, small business does have a friend in the Blaine house, no question about it.
Whenever I talk to her, she listens to me as a person. She doesn't care if I'm a Republican. She doesn't care if I'm a Democrat.
She just loves people, and she does what she thinks is right every time, without exception.
Libby's dad taught her the value of compassion and fairness. It's a lesson she's carried with her throughout her life of public service in the state she loves.
I'm extraordinarily humbled and challenged and ready for the job.